Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl, KnoKno Fury, and it's you gotta be serious. In this video, I have something super special for you guys. It's been a really long time since I've had his head ass on my channel. It's my husband, Darian, aka Kami. You wanna go ahead and give them your social media tags? No? Yes? Anyway. We'll get to that in the end of the video, or I'll put it in the description box. Basically, I'm going to give you guys an updated spouse tag. I didn't know if I wanted to do a military one or just an updated spouse tag in general, because the military questions are pretty much honestly all the same, and I feel like that was boring. So we're just going to do a spouse tag in this video. He looks so simple. Anyway. Yeah, so let's just get right into it. If you want to know more about my marriage, my husband, and you know how we are, then just keep watching. How you feeling? You ready? Don't peek. First question. So these questions are kind of like all over the place, but when we get to like number 4, number 5, they'll kind of start making sense. First one, did you date much before you met your husband/wife? You want me to go first or you go first?
First.
I mean, not really. Honestly, no. Not seriously, no. Yeah, no.
It's also no for me. I mean, you know, like the stuff on social media when they're just like, yeah, like a certain point in time, up to like what, high school, it don't even count for real.
High school don't count.
It don't count for real.
It don't count. Did online dating exist, and would you have used it?
Did it exist?
So like Tinder and shit like that.
I mean, back then it was like Craigslist, but I don't think you wanted to do Craigslist in school. So
Yeah. Hey, what about Kick? Everybody had Kick.
Okay, Kick.
Everybody in their mama was on Kick, being so ratchet and hit me up on Kick. No.
Yeah, Kick got people in trouble, and it's like, I mean, you could message somebody on anything, but for some reason, it brought the demon out of people.
Kick is where you sell feet pictures and shit now, so it's just like Kick is gone.
Wait, people still use it?
People still use Kick.
Fuck for it.
Yep. Where do you think is a great place to meet a guy/girl?
Like on the fly, like randomly, or like, hey, first date?
I guess randomly. I say motherfucking no, let me stop. I don't know. I guess I don't know.
Wherever food can be had.
Wherever food can be had. Maybe the mall. You know. I don't know.
Or the shoe store. I mean, that's personal, you know.
My black ass would probably say like a food spot. What qualities would you tell single ladies or guys to look for? I would tell them to look for someone who has the same traits that you want, or not have the same traits that you have. But I feel like personally, y'all shouldn't match 100%. Because that's when you'll end up bumping heads, just from my personal opinion. And I feel like maybe sometimes you can get a little bored. My husband and I are like complete opposites, so like we kind of like fill each other's cup every once in a while, but at the same time we think the same. So, you know, find someone that is like you, but at the same time a new experience. Don't piggyback off me. Don't, no.
Yeah, so just to piggyback off what she said, man, I forgot the question, I'm not gonna lie.
You don't want no boring bitch. No, let me stop. That's my ratchet side. Let me not bring that out. You don't want no boring girl, do you?
No.
What if one of your friends was looking out for a girl? Like, I don't know. I don't think they're ever gonna watch this. Like Olo. Would you want him to date someone that's like a juice head like him? And I mean juice head in a good way, like work out all the time.
I was about to say, wait a second.
I mean that in a good way. My husband's very shy and very awkward, so we're gonna go to the next question. What dating advice would you give to your daughter?
How vulgar can I be?
You can be vulgar.
Don't trust these.
Oh my god. I'll beep that out.
I feel I'd be allowed to be kind of the overprotective dad, because I mean, I still believe in like freedom and stuff like that. Like I'm not gonna be like, I wouldn't be that type of guy, but at the same time, I personally, and not even trying to like toot my own horn, but I personally pride myself in being different in a way, because I've always taken from like, you know, past experiences. I don't want to throw anybody's business out or anything like that, but just things I've seen that made me like, okay, I don't want to be like that guy. I don't want to be like this guy doing this and that. You know, I mean, it's weird seeing so many guys that don't want to do right by women, and it is really weird to me. And I mean, call me a simp, call me white knight, whatever the hell you want to call me. I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, at the end of the day, would you want to see your mom treated well, your sister, your grandma, whatever? So it's like, how you gonna be out here dogging people, but then you get mad at somebody for doing your mama or whoever dirty? Like, that don't make sense. That's hypocritical. That don't make sense.
There you have it. So you would basically tell her to make sure to just find someone that will treat her right. Like,
yeah,
that has good tendencies.
Like good intentions. I mean, if you want to build, that's fine, but you gotta know where to draw the line, so to speak. Like the whole like we build each other up thing. There's nothing wrong with that, because you gotta start somewhere. You gotta build a foundation for the relationship and shit like that. But at the end of the day, like you gotta know when to like pull back, play your cards right, and whatnot.
So I would basically tell my daughter, you know, just stay true to yourself. Don't ever try to change yourself for somebody else, because I feel like we get so wrapped up in that nowadays. Like, men have this image of women where we all have to be like a Coke bottle, have to look like this, that, and the third, A, B, C, D. And you know, you don't have to look like that. Be yourself. Like, my husband, honestly, like, other than this face, he fell in love with my personality. So it's just like, not really funny. A lot of girls nowadays, and I mean this in the most humble way, a lot of girls nowadays don't either want to show their personalities or they don't have one. And I mean that by being like easygoing, being themselves. A lot of women feel like they just can't be themselves, and I feel like, you know, men can be the cause of that too. That's for a whole nother video. But I would tell her to be herself and make sure she, you know, sticks to her, you know,
don't
being
be
respected.
afraid to be different.
Don't be afraid to be different.
Like,
yeah.
Stop being afraid to be judged. At the end of the day, it's your life, and you got one life to live. So.
Period. Poo. Oh, and just make sure, not talking about different levels, but just make sure he's on the same mindset that you are. How did you meet and how old were you? I was 17.
It was 2013. Well. We locked it down in 2013, I should say. We were 17.
We were 17, and we met. How did we meet? Oh, shout out to Angelique. I was going through a plateau with like people fucking me over, different guys, etc., etc. And my homegirl at the time, Angelique, she knew Darian, that's his name. And you know, she hit me up and she was like, hey, I got a friend that wants to talk to you. And I'm just like, okay. So she gave me his number. In my head, I'm like, this is corny. Like, why can't he just text me? But I was in a mindset where I was just so low. I was just like, well, maybe he'll be cool. I'll just give him a chance. And I hit him up, and we've been rocking ever since. Like, this is the only guy that I know can like match my humor, match my mood, knows me to the T. Like, it's so funny how compatible. It's so funny how compatible and uncompatible we are. Like, did you play hard to get?
Hell no.
No. No.
Not at all. No. No.
No. Did you know he was the one right away? Did he know? So we can both answer that. So,
right away?
Yeah.
Well, we were pretty early on, you know.
Yeah.
We pulled the big statement pretty early, so.
Yeah, it was very, very early.
It's a couple weeks in.
Yeah.
So.
We said I love you quick. Like, that was a wrap.
I knew it won't fake though.
Yeah, I know it won't. I knew something was different about him. Like, I just knew. What qualities did your husband love about you when you were first dating?
it was funny because back then, you were so shy, but it was so cute. You were really shy, even while we were, you know, like officially dating. You're still like really shy, but even then, like you always cared about everything, and I mean, shit, you know that. 'Cause I mean, you always put like everybody and everything for yourself, and I mean that got me through a lot of the stuff I was going through back then, you know, because I mean, not saying that like, you know, like I was using, obviously I wasn't using you or anything, but you know, it was just like, you know, you helped me. Honorable mention goes to the humor. You were a funny fucker. I mean, you're still funny.
There you have it, ladies.
But I mean,
humor.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real though. Like, don't nobody want to be with somebody that ain't funny. Got bland sense of humor. It's a blob. It's like no funnier than a slab of tofu, bro. Like,
there you have it. I don't mean ladies. I mean ladies and gents, because I have guys watching my channel too. I am so sorry. Did you have a timeline for marriage in your mind before you got married? You know what is funny? We used to always say, well, when we get married, well, when we get married, well, when we get married, but we never actually like pushed it off, you know? You know how some people plan, like, you know, when they're like 30, 32, we never really thought about it like that. We just let it happen kind of naturally. And, you know, of course there's those stereotypes with military couples that, you know, you get married right before he goes into the service for obvious reasons, you know, being able to stay with them, money, but it wasn't like that at all. Like, we had already had like 5-6 years under our belt before we got married, before the military came into play. So
oh, it is.
I don't force nobody, okay? I don't chase no one. No, I'm joking. Dude, my cat, our cats are just so, like, they're literally scratching at the door to get in here.
My man.
This is my cat. Well, one of our cats. This is Fluffy. Fluffy with an I.
He's so black you can't even see him.
I know.
Here comes Skinny.
And here comes Skinny. And this is Skinny. Little babies. It's our little family. How did your parents influence the kind of marriage you wanted? You want me to go first, or you?
I'm pretty sure we both got stories.
Okay, so my mom, she encouraged me to find someone that is willing to pick up, because my sister always tells me that marriage isn't 50-50. What did she say? It's like 50. What did she be saying? She'd be like, it's an uneven percentage, okay? She gives me an uneven percentage. One is greater than the other. But for that reason, she tells me it's because when someone in the marriage is at their low, the other one is there to pick up the slack. Unfortunately, my mother didn't have a marriage like that. She was mainly the one picking up most of the slack. So seeing that and growing up, it made me pick a partner that I can depend on. I don't depend on him for my happiness because that can be toxic, but you know, I can depend on in a time of need. She kind of like installed in me that just to make sure that we really love each other, and you know, just let it be real. You get a lot of people marrying for the wrong reasons, and you know, that's none of my business, but I just didn't want that in my life. And yeah.
Oh, well, I won't say for most, for pretty much all of, well, for most, I was young. My parents split, but you know, they're still cool. I have no problems with either of them, you know, just sometimes things are meant to be. I mean, they're both happily married now, so you know, that's all that matters, right? But I've learned from both of them, you know, different things. You know, like for instance, my dad, he always just told me to take things. Yeah, like I was saying, my dad just, you know, always was just like, you know, like, don't rush anything, you know, because I mean, there's a lot of life to live. Now that doesn't mean like, you know, oh, you know, skip out on like relationships and marriage and stuff. That's not necessarily what he was getting at, but just, you know, like really assess your situations. But no matter what you do, you know, go in and be the best that you can be with everything, and always keep an open mind. Because I mean, you gotta keep an open mind, especially being married. Like,
yes.
It's none of that me shit.
Right.
And you know, I definitely learned a lot from my mom, both like directly and indirectly, you know, and I'm not like trying to like I said, I'm not trying to put anybody's business out there and nothing like that, or you know, like paint my mom in a bad light, because I never do that, not for all that she's done. But I knew like with certain people she always deserved better. And what I've seen growing up, pretty much that kind of molded me, you know, because I didn't want to be like certain people. You know, my mom always raised me and my siblings on respect and things like that. So it's like, you need respect, you need to be understanding, you need to learn how to listen, you know, take into account other people's feelings, not just your own. Because I mean, like I said, it's not just about you. Like, you know, you have your feelings, that's fine, but you also have to think, like, you feel one way, your significant other may feel another way. You gotta put that together. You gotta work on compromising. You gotta know how to be more mature about everything, because not everything can just be solved by storming off, being mad about everything. Like, life is long, and yet at the same time it can be short.
Period. Exactly. Well, you guys, there you have it. That was our updated young spouse tag. Yeah, I really like having D on my channel because he's getting better at this. I remember when I had him in my first YouTube video, with him in it, he was like super quiet, and now he likes to talk. So, but yeah, if you want more videos like this, feel free to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and remember, you guys, stay curious. Bye.